It seems that everywhere we look, everyone is starting to buy electric vehicles. And sure, eventually you'll probably own an electric vehicle someday. But if you're considering buying a car now, should you get an EV? We're going to do a cost analysis and figure out whether the pros of an EV outweigh the pros of a gas car. The typical range for an EV is about 250 miles. The typical range for a gas car is 415 miles. The average person drives about 1,188 miles per month. A full tank of a normal car carries about 14 gallons across all types. But then we get to cost. Fully charging an EV is obviously cheaper than filling up a tank with gas. It typically costs about $12 to fully charge an EV. Today it costs $64 to fill up a tank of gas. Over the course of a single year, you'll be charging your EV about 60 times, costing you about $720. And you'll typically fill up your tank about 36 times each year, costing you about $2,300. Of course, for your situation, all these numbers may be different depending on your driving habits and the car. For an EV, you'll spend about $720 on charging and $2,300 on a gas car each year, a $1,584 difference. But is buying an electric vehicle worth that difference? According to Kelley Blue Book, an EV is priced about $10,000 higher than a gas-powered car. Comparing the two types of cars, they both last around 10 years if you keep them in decent shape. Spending the cost of recharging and fuel over that decade span, and an EV will cost you $7,200 and a gas car will cost you $23,000, a $15,000 difference. A savings difference of $15,840 with a price difference of $10,000. You save $5,840 getting an EV, assuming no rebates. But let's add another factor, time. It takes anywhere from 30 minutes at a charging station to charge an EV to as long as 12 hours charging at home. For a gas car, it takes about 5 minutes to fill up a tank. The time you'll save is obviously better if you fill up your gas tank. But again, we go back to the cost of refueling and recharging. It's a lot cheaper, $12 versus $64 to recharge an EV than to get gas. But what about the cost of time? The average person's time in the US is about $6.72 an hour, or about 11 cents a minute. If charging an EV at a supercharging station takes 30 minutes, that equates to $3.36 worth of your time wasted. But if you recharge your EV at home, where it takes 12 hours, it costs you $80.64 of your time. Taking 5 minutes to fill up a tank, that's costing you only 56 cents of your time. Add the actual cost to recharge at a charging station to your time cost, you'll actually spend $15.36. But if you charge at home, the cost plus the time cost will ultimately cost you $92.64. Fueling a gas tank will cost you $64, but adding the time cost of only 56 cents will cost you $64.56. So recharging at a charging station is more cost effective than any other option. But getting gas at a gas station is more cost effective than charging your EV at home. But the question remains, is the $10,000 difference in price worth the money and time you'll save on fuel? Over a 10-year span, charging an EV will cost anywhere from $9,200 to $55,000, with an average of $32,400. A 10-year lifespan of a gas car will cost you about $21,950 in fuel, assuming gas prices are what they are right now. You'll save about $10,450 in fueling your gas car compared to the $10,000 price markup for an EV. That means the difference is not statistically significant, and the market has taken into account these variables. But your driving habits, gas prices, rebates, and how you're charging your EV can sway the difference. But if you only look at cost, there isn't a real difference between getting an electric vehicle and getting a gas car right now. So what are your thoughts? Do you drive a gas car or an electric vehicle? Comment below. And as always, take care of your money.